Welcome to Freedom for Families Radio. I'm Mitch, and I'm so excited to be your host today. At Freedom for Families, we liberate families and individuals to live their life's purpose through helping them achieve the peace, security, and freedom that comes from financial independence, stronger relationships, and a healthy and abundant home life. Hey, you guys, thank you for listening today. As you are well aware, our purpose at Freedom for Families is to strengthen families. And, there are a lot of different aspects of that. There's the family life in general, but then there's, finances play a role. Future purpose and vision in life plays a role, and health and business. And there's just a lot of different aspects in having a happy family and a happy home life. So really one of the goals of this podcast is to take a different approach each day on family life and strengthening families. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about different challenges that we face in life as we're working towards a goal or a vision or, something that we are really hoping to accomplish. Because that's a big part of life, right? Is having a goal or somewhere where we're going. And that gives us the motivation to get up each morning, to be working towards something that has value or will bring more value in our life or will bring more happiness to us or to our family. And I wanted to share just one of the key principles in accomplishing goals that I've learned in my life and I've seen in other people's lives as well. And that is the process of overcoming obstacles. Because in any goal that's really worth accomplishing, there are obstacles that we have to overcome to get there. And I've learned this in a lot of different ways, but I think the best way that I wanted to share today is the story of how I started dating my wife. Because if you know anything about my wife, you probably don't yet, but she's like way out of my league, right? So I wanted to share the story. We met on a blind date, actually. One of my best friends set us up, and we had an awesome first date. I'm like, wow, this girl is incredible. Like, I want to keep dating her. I talked her into going on another date with me, and I had this spot. I liked hiking at the time. I grew up pretty active, and I had this spot that I wanted to take her just up in the canyon. It's a pretty short hike, has like a nice waterfall. And so I got with one of my other friends and we did like a double date. We set it up. We brought, food. We were going to have this awesome picnic up there. What I didn't know at the time is my wife, she's more of like, she likes movies. She likes to stay home, stay inside, maybe go out to dinner. That's like an ideal date for her. I didn't know her well enough at the time. So I took her on this hike thinking, okay, I'm going to get her. This is going to be awesome. And we went and we had a good time. We made it up to the top and we were just kind of having fun. And there was this stream and there was this big log that was across the stream. And I said, hey, Maddie, we should go over and we should try and move that log and divert the water a different way. And so we went over there and it was a big heavy log, like a tree almost. And so we lifted it up. She got on one, we were both on the same end. And I lifted it up and kind of like threw it, but she wasn't ready yet. And it actually smashed her finger pretty bad. It was swollen and black and I just felt horrible. So we take her home. And come to find out, I broke her finger. It was pretty broken in a few places. So we take her home and I drop her off. And of course, I think it was a Saturday. So of course her parents are home and I didn't know them very well. I walk in and, her dad's like, hey, so what happened? And for me, like at that time, like, I knew that I wanted to date this girl. Like she's incredible. But what an obstacle that was for me in like, okay, how can I overcome this? But I think that, as we move throughout our lives, regardless of what our goal is or what we're trying to accomplish, I've seen this a lot with pursuing an education or starting a business or working a job or whatever that may be. There always seems to be big trials or challenges that happen near the beginning. And sometimes it feels like maybe we can't, or there's no way through. Like that's a hard thing to come back from, breaking your date's finger on the second date. But as we as we strategically work our way, and as we are motivated in accomplishing our goals, then we can overcome any challenge that we face. And I've seen that to be true. And so if you take anything from this podcast, from this episode today, just remember that as you are working to accomplish your goals, you will face challenges, and you will face bumps in the road, and sometimes ditches in the road, and sometimes the road will completely disappear and you'll feel like you're free falling. And those are essential. And the reason I think they are is because I've noticed that a lot of times those bumps in the road work as course corrections for us to maybe refine the path that we're going down to accomplish the specific goal that we're working toward. And sometimes without those, there's no way we would be able to make it to our goal because of the course correction that we needed to go through, or the things that we needed to learn by doing that. And we've seen that a lot with Freedom for Families getting this going. There have been a lot of bumps in the road, but they've ultimately led us to exactly where we need to be. So just remember that you are stronger than any bump or challenge that you face. And let's go forth and accomplish whatever we need to strengthen our families and to bring more happiness to our lives. And that is it for today. So we will see you next time, Freedom Fighters. Thanks for tuning in today. We appreciate you being here with us every day, and we'd love to see more of you. Come and follow us on our Instagram and be a part of our community.